point, the bending moment value is maximum. That is why we are calculating the point where the shear force value is 0. Now what you have to do is, you have to transfer this particular point in the load diagram. What is the load diagram? Load diagram is a diagram where they are showing the loading on the beam. So I can name this as my section X, and this distance is nothing but 1.072. Now my duty is that whenever I am calculating the value of bending moment, I have to calculate the bending moment at section X, because at this particular point I will get the value maximum. I think this is clear, how to calculate the value of shear force, how to calculate the value where the shear force value is 0. Now the remaining is, we have to calculate the bending moment values, right? Now to calculate the bending moment values, again we will recall what we had done in the last lecture. For bending moment, we have to calculate the bending moment at the sections. What are sections? Sections are those points where the load is acting. So we will calculate the values of bending moment at those particular sections. And in this particular case, we do not have to calculate just right, just left for the point load. But when there is a couple moment acting, at that time we have to calculate just on right and just on left of the section. Okay, so now we start with our bending moment calculation. So the third step is bending moment calculation. Now to calculate the value of bending moment, again we start with our bending moment at point C. So I will put my hand on the point C, because C is my section. C on right side, is there any force which is trying to produce? There is no force which is trying to produce moment, so bending moment value is 0. Then we come to bending moment at point B. So put your hand at point B and see on the right side, how many forces are there? There are only one force, there is only one force, that is 20. So 20, and what is the distance up to our section? So 20 into 2, and in this particular case the force is producing moment such that it is trying to lift the beam in the upward direction. So that is called as hogging. And if you remember, we have done in the last lecture, hogging we take bending moment as negative. So we get the answer as minus 40 kilonewton meters. Okay. Now we come to the bending moment at point D. So bending moment at point D. So if I put my hand at point D and see on the right side, how many forces are there? There are two forces. One is 20 and second is VB. To start with, first is 20. What is the distance up to point D? 2 plus 3, that is 5. And it is producing hogging moment, so negative. Then second is VB, right? What is the value of VB? 40. What is the value of VB? It is 40.167, right? Or 49.167. What is the value of VB? VB is 49.167, right? So 49.167, and what is the distance up to point D? 3 meters. So multiply with 3. And what type of moment it will be? Bending moment it will be, it is rotating like this and pushing the beam in the downward direction. So convexity is formed below the baseline, it is called as sagging, and sagging is considered as positive. Okay. So we get the value of bending moment at point D. So bending moment at point D is 47.5, positive 47.5 kilonewton meters. Then we come to bending moment at section X. So bending moment at section X, that is, this is our section X. If I draw a free body diagram, so this is my section X, okay, small UDL. Kitne distance tak ka UDL? It is 1.072. So we can show over here 1.072. After that we have got a distance of how much? D to B 3 meters, and we have got a reaction VB, and then again for a distance of 2 meters, we have got a point load of intensity 20 kilonewtons. So we have to take the bending moment at section XX. So at section XX, now if I want to calculate, this is my free body diagram for section XX. To start with, first is 20. So what is the distance up to section XX? 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 1.072, that is 6.072, and it will rotate in this way. So it will lift the beam in the upward direction, convexities form above the baseline, hogging, so negative. Second is VB. So VB into what is the distance up to point X? So 3 plus 1.072, that is 4.072, and it is trying to rotate the beam in such a way that convexity is formed below the baseline, it is sagging, so it will be plus. And the third is UDL. Now what students make mistake is, they take the whole UDL, that is for 3 meters. No, when I am calculating for section X, the UDL will be taken only for 1.072, right? So what is my UDL? 30 into 1.072. What is this? This is nothing but a force. Okay. And what will be the distance? So distance is nothing but UDL will act at the center. So what will be the center for 1.072? It will be 1.072 divided by 2. And it will try to rotate the beam such that it is lifted upwards or convexity is formed above the baseline. So it will be taken as hogging and negative. So this is the value of bending moment at section XX, and the answer we obtain is 61.678. 61.678 kilonewton meters. So you can see it is the maximum value obtained where the value of shear force is 0. And the last is bending moment at point A. So obviously it will be equal to 0 because it is nothing but a support. Okay. So this completes our bending moment calculation. Now we have to draw the bending moment diagram. So to draw the bending moment diagram, we will draw a baseline. We have to take all the points in the vertical downward direction, which we have already taken, but one point is left out. Which point is left out? Section XX. So we will take section XX also in the vertical downward direction. Now we will see what is the maximum value, positive and negative, because positive values are to be drawn above the baseline, negative values are to be drawn below the baseline. So to start with, the maximum negative value is minus 40, right? So minus 40 is the maximum value. So below baseline we can say this is 20 and this is 40. And this is 60, okay? And the maximum value above baseline is how much? 61.67. So again we can say this is 20, this is 40 and this is 60, okay? Now to start with, bending moment at point C. So at point C the bending moment value is 0. So we can show it as 0. Then bending moment at point B, it is minus 40, so I have to go below the baseline at point B, minus 40 somewhere over here. What is the loading between point C and point B? There is no loading, so it will be a inclined line. Then bending moment at point D, it is positive 47.5, so at point B 47.5 somewhere over here. What is acting between D and B? Again no load, it will be a inclined line. Then bending moment at section X, 61 point something, so somewhere over here 61.87. As it is a UDL, we have to draw a curve. So we will draw a curve. Bending moment at point A, 0. Again it is a uniformly distributed load, so we will have to draw a curve. Now we have to show the confinement of area where the bending moment is acting. Show positive for above the baseline, negative for below the baseline. Show the ordinates. Now can anyone tell me what is observed over here? What is observed over here? We can see that at one particular point the bending moment value is 0. Which is the point where the bending moment value is 0? This. So the point where the bending moment value is 0, that point is called as point of contraflexure. I will name it as Y. Though in my diagram the bending moment value is 0 at Y, that particular point is called as point of contraflexure. So if I want to define a point of contraflexure, how can I define a point of contraflexure? So point of contraflexure is a point at which the bending moment value is 0, or we can say it is that particular point where the bending moment changes its sign from negative to positive. Why it is also called as point of virtual hinge? It is called as point of virtual hinge because at hinge the value of bending moment is 0. That is why it is also called as point of virtual hinge. So for point of contraflexure we have got 3 names: point of contraflexure, point of virtual hinge, or point of inflection. This is basically asked in the form of a fill in the blank in our GTU question paper, or in general whenever you are going for some entrance exam, it can be asked in the form of MCQs. Okay. So now how to locate this particular point of contraflexure? Now to locate this particular point of contraflexure, we have to assume that it is lying at a distance, or we can transfer this point in our load diagram. So we are transferring this point in our load diagram, and I will assume that this distance from support B is Y. Okay. So we are assuming that this distance is Y from our support. Now I will draw the free body diagram of right side of section Y, and I know that at section Y the value of bending moment is 0. So to locate point of contraflexure, flexure is nothing but the strength. Okay. So to locate the point of contraflexure, our first step is we have to transfer the point where bending moment is 0 at our loading diagram. Second step is we have to draw the free body diagram for the right side, or if you are interested in left side, you can go for that. So suppose we take this as the section Y. Okay. So we'll put our hand over here. This we can name it as section Y. Now I want to draw the right side free body diagram. So we will draw the beam. Okay. So at this particular point we have got reaction VB, and this distance, that is nothing but Y. After that, at a distance of 2 meters we have got a point load of 20 kilonewtons. So we can show over here 20 kilonewton point load. Okay. Now what I know that the bending moment at section Y is equal to 0. So what I will do, I will take the moment of all the forces on the right side and equate it to 0. So bending moment at YY first is 20 into what is the distance up to Y? 2 plus Y. So 2 plus Y. How it is trying to rotate? It is trying to rotate such that it will lift the beam in the upward direction. So it will be taken as hogging and minus. Then second is VB. So what is the distance? VB into Y. And this is trying to push the beam in the downward direction. Convex it is from below. So it is sagging and positive. And I know at Y the bending moment value is 0. Okay. So minus 40 minus 20y plus what is the value of VB? 49.167 into y is equal to 0. So if you solve this equation, you get the value of y as 1.371 meters. Okay, so this is the point of contraflexure, or we can say that the point of contraflexure is located at a distance of 1.371 from support B. Okay, so this was the main topic that I wanted to cover today, that is point of contraflexure. Now I will take one problem related to inclined load, because if inclined load is acting, then how to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. It is very simple. Basically, shear force is related to vertical forces, right? That means the horizontal component of the force is not to be considered. You have to only consider the vertical force when you are calculating shear force. And for bending moment, the horizontal force will be with the line of action, so there will be no rotation produced. So only important thing is that you have to resolve the inclined force into two components, and then you have to take only the vertical component to calculate the value of unbalanced vertical force, that is shear force, or to calculate the value of bending moment. Okay, so can I take one problem? Right, so we start with the next problem, that is a cantilever beam subjected to an inclined load. I'll take a simple problem so that you can understand its concept. So this is a cantilever beam and it is subjected to inclined load of intensity 10 kilonewtons, and it is subjected, or it is inclined at an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal, and there is one couple acting, okay, of intensity 5 kilonewton meters. Okay, so suppose we name this as A, this as B, and this as C. The distance between C and B is 2 meters and distance between A and B is 2 meters. Now we have to calculate the reaction. We know